Hello, strangers. Back again. Are you after another terrifying, creepy tale? Hello, strangers. Back again. Hey. You want to be terrified once again, don't you? Well, today's story is called Subscriber 666. They call themselves content creators. You know, when people always recording everything, despite them being in the way, just doing silly things to get new subscribers. Yes, we're talking about YouTubers. This one person I knew was just like that. They'd be checking their phones continuously, always checking to see how many subscribers they had got. It would be even worse when they had just posted up a video, checking that number. How many more did they get that day? I felt kind of sorry for them kind of people. Like anyone would care for their pathetic,
stupid idiots
lives. This person was quite new to YouTube, but for some odd reason had the idea that number 666 was their first goal. They told me they wanted to do something just that bit more interesting on that number. Of course, no, me. I told them, no, that is a very bad idea. Do you know actually what the number 666 actually is? I told them that was the number of the devil, the number of the beast. It is associated with the beast and the Revelation. In chapter 13, verse 18 of the book, the Revelation, in most manuscripts of the New Testament and English translations of the Bible, the number of the beast is 666. 666. I don't understand. Why would they need to do that? But they were still determined to find that one special thing to do as soon as they got to their subscriber number 666. They wanted to find something that would just boost them straight up to 1,000. I thought it was quite a dumb idea. I saw them a week later. Their hands looked sore. They were swollen. There was a disgusting looking red rash that led right up to their arms. It looked blistery almost, like bees had stung their hands. They told me they were feeling very low. They had only got 100 more subscribers since last week. Of course, I felt kind of sorry for them. They told me all the hours and hours of work they had put in to try and make their subscriber number rise. But then again, told me there has to be a special video for subscriber 666. I didn't really want to get involved, so I just said, well, good luck, and left them. Another week passed. I noticed my hands were itching. It felt like small insects crawling all over my skin, invisible to my eyes. I noticed small lumps appearing. It looked disgusting. Wait, this looks just like the rash the YouTuber had all over their hands. Had I caught this dirty, disgusting rash from them, maybe? What is it? So I rang the doctors and, of course, made myself an appointment. The only appointment I had was for next week. Of course, doctors. I was feeling very weak. I was very miserable and sleepy. It was only 2 o'clock in the afternoon, but I was so tired I just thought I would go to bed. While I was sleeping, I had the most terrible nightmares, but somehow the number 666 was just in my mind, and the YouTuber and the subscribers, and it was terrifying. It was swirling round my mind. Suddenly I woke, sweat pouring from my face. The time was 6 p.m. I looked around. I looked at the calendar and realized that it was the 6th. Then I realized it was June, the 6th of June. I panicked. It was 6 p.m. on the 6th month, on the 6th day. My Lord, 666. I started to feel sick, like a hot knife being pushed down my throat. My stomach ached and it was swollen. I looked down. It almost looked like I had swallowed a watermelon. It hurts. The pain is unbearable. It feels like I've been eating bricks. My hands and arms itched so much. Sticky white pussy lumps with thick custard-looking liquid leaking from them, smelling like old rotten meat. I ran to the bathroom, holding my stomach. I bent over the sink. I was sick. It was black and thick, almost like tar. You know, the same stuff like the tar you see tipping onto roads from the back of trucks when they fix roads. I noticed clumps of my hair across the floor. I felt my head. I could feel bald patches on my scalp. I washed my face with my eyes closed. I grabbed a towel and looked up at the mirror. But what was going on? My face. My face. My face. It was the YouTuber's face. How could this happen? How? How could this happen? How? I heard my phone ping in the bedroom, shaking from confusion, lost and feeling very dizzy. I walked to where my phone was on charge and I picked it up and it said 666 subscribers. Was I the YouTuber all along? Thank you so much for coming along and listening to my spooky story. I hope it didn't scare you too much. And maybe we should all be careful of the number 666. It is the number of the devil after all. Have a horrible, disgusting day. And thanks for stopping by. And I hope I didn't scare you all too much.